Marvel promised us the next tech genius after Tony Stark, but what we got feels more like a glitch in the system. Ironheart hits Disney Plus with big expectations, bold visuals, and a fresh new hero, Riri Williams. But after watching the first 3 episodes, it's clear something isn't working. Is it the writing, the pacing, or is Ironheart simply not ready to take flight? Let's break down episode by episode why this series might be one of Marvel's weakest starts yet. This episode starts the series on a really rough note. The screenplay feels messy and forced, like it's trying way too hard to sound clever or modern, but ends up being awkward and unnatural. Riri Williams is introduced as a genius, but instead of coming off as smart and likable, she seems cold, arrogant, and honestly hard to root for. The pacing is all over the place. One moment she's building advanced tech in her garage, the next she's involved with a criminal gang, and suddenly her dead friend Natalie becomes an AI in her suit. There's zero build-up, just a bunch of events thrown together. Nothing feels earned. Overall, it's a weak and confusing start that makes it hard to stay engaged. Episode 2 is a little better, but not by much. There's more action this time, a tunnel heist sequence that tries to be exciting, but even that feels overly long and kind of dull. Some moments almost work, but the show constantly shifts tone, making it hard to care about what's happening. The characters around Riri are forgettable. The gang members feel like copy-paste versions of tough guys with no depth. And the dynamic with AI Natalie is supposed to be emotional, but it's just awkward. The show hints at grief and friendship, but never really commits to it in a meaningful way. Finally, a bit of spark. Episode 3 is the least bad of the bunch. The pacing is better, and there's some actual tension during a tech heist at a facility called Heirloom. We also get a small twist, Joe turning out to be Ezekiel Stain, which adds a little intrigue. Riri is pushed into more morally gray territory when she chooses to abandon a teammate, which at least brings some conflict. But again, the problems continue. The writing still feels rushed, like the show is trying to cram too much into 30 minutes. Character motivations don't always make sense, and the emotional moments don't land as hard as they should. It's better, yes, but still far from great. The show feels like it's trying to do too much. High-tech gadgets, underground crime, AI ethics, grief, magical villains, it's all thrown together with no breathing room. Most casual viewers agree that it's simply not fun to watch, and even some hardcore Marvel fans are calling it disappointing. Of course, this is just my opinion based on the first 3 episodes. Everyone's taste is different, so I always say try it for yourself and see what you think. Maybe you'll connect with Riri's story more than I did. Have you watched Ironheart yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was it a hit or a miss for you?